Captain Jorik of the Clenth Dominion had seen many strange species during his years of conquest. Beings of stone, beasts of flame, even a race that communicated entirely through shifting skin colors. But none had confused him as much as the humans. No exoskeletons, no chitin, no scales, no claws, no fangs, no bioplasma glands. By all known biological metrics, they should have been classified as prey. So when he saw a human soldier charge into a blaster barrage, unarmored except for a worn tactical vest and a steel helmet held together with duct tape, he assumed it was a death wish. It wasn't. The human not only survived, he kept running, tackled 2 Clenth warriors to the ground, and laughed while bleeding from 4 places. The Clenth Dominion's War Council was perplexed. These beings lack natural armor, Commander Track hissed. They're soft. Their skin tears at the lightest pressure. They have bones, yes, another added, but fragile ones, easily fractured. Then why don't they die? General Kror roared. The answer came from an unexpected place. A captive Terran biologist named Dr. Lena Ortega. She sat calmly in her cell aboard the flagship, sipping coffee made from recycled coolant, despite being covered in bruises and wrapped in a bandage that was clearly just a strip of her pants. "You think we're weak because our skin isn't plated?" she asked the interrogators, raising an eyebrow. "We burn, we bleed, we break, and then we keep going." A long silence fell. "Our bones break and knit back stronger. Our muscles tear and grow. We drown and come back. We starve and adapt. You shoot us, we patch the hole and shoot back. You poison us, we vomit and reload." She leaned forward with a small grin. "You evolved to survive. We evolved to endure." Back on the battlefield, Sergeant Rick Dawson was a living example of what Ortega described. He'd been hit by shrapnel in the chest, arm dislocated, ribs cracked, one lung partially collapsed. Still, when the Clenth mech stomped through the burning forest and opened fire, Rick ran toward it. He attached 5 kilos of thermite to the undercarriage, kicked the leg twice to get the pilot's attention, and yelled, "Hey, tin can! Kiss this!" The resulting explosion flipped the mech. Rick landed in a ditch, half on fire, and began laughing. His only complaint later was that they'd run out of coffee. Commander Track watched the footage, horrified. "These creatures don't need armor because they're insane." "No," General Kror growled, rewinding the footage. "They don't need armor because they don't stop. We hit him, burned him, broke him, and he laughed." Track nodded slowly. "Perhaps pain is optional to them? Or irrelevant," Kror muttered. "What kind of evolution breeds that?" Back on Earth, the answer was simple. Everything. From freezing tundras to sweltering deserts, humanity had thrived. Earth itself was considered a borderline death world by galactic standards, and yet humans not only survived it, they conquered it. One Clenth analyst summed it up best in her field report. "They lack armor because it would only slow them down. Their greatest protection is the certainty that nothing short of death will make them stop fighting. And sometimes not even that." The Dominion's war with Earth ended 3 months later. Not with a treaty, but with silence. The Clenth fleets stopped advancing. Outposts were abandoned. Surveillance drones found entire battlefields littered with melted armor, empty blaster cells, and, in one instance, a human standing alone atop a hill, shirtless, bleeding, and screaming into the wind. "Is that all you've got?" In time, a galactic proverb began to circulate. If you see a human without armor, run. It means they're not planning on surviving, they're planning on winning.